Hello Gundam fans, welcome back to another model kit review video. This is going to be the RG or Real Grade 00. This is the 18th Real Grade in the series, and let me just say this kit is actually not the worst. There's some parts that could be better, but you're going to have to watch the full review to see what I mean by all that. This is a Gundam suit piloted by Setsuna F. Seiya. And then Saji. We're just going to say Saji because Saji's a derp. But yes, this kit is piloted by both two pilots, which is strange and weird, and don't ask me. But regardless, we're going to be reviewing the model, the real grade version of this. There is a high grade, a master grade, and a perfect grade. Which I'm gonna be honest, I just finished building the perfect grade not too long ago, so I wanted to give my fair opinion on this kit and maybe help you out with your next Gunpla purchase. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this kit right here. Alright, and this is everything that comes in the box of the 00 Razor. So, we're going to start off real simple here with the manual. Simple real grade manual. It does come with stickies. So you do get a nice little sticker sheet right here. Next, we're going to go ahead and get into the effect parts. So you get two of these, which I haven't used them, which I will use them in the poses, but this will be the first time I actually use them. I usually just snip them out, put them in the box, and leave them alone. Then you have the beam sabers, your typical beam sabers. Then you have this piece right here that goes over the top of the gun sword 00 thingy. Alright, there you go. Yeah, it goes over that. And this kit is not a stranger to hands, so you get two open palm hands, two of the holding hands. The other one's on him, of course. You get a closed fist hand, or you get a set of these, which, again, the other one's on him. And then you get these pieces here that you can replace for the GN drives on the shoulders. Those two right there. Right there. And then, of course, you get the Razor itself. The Razor can hold its equipment pretty well, so you do get... That's one of the bigger flaws with it, is these things do come apart pretty. So, as I was saying, you get these two right here that can combine together to make the shield. There you go. There's that shield right there, which, of course, is just these two pieces connect. And of course, here's the Razor itself. So the Razor itself can come apart on these pieces right here, because these pieces right here will actually connect onto the shoulders there with a adapter piece, I believe. No adapter. I thought it needed an adapter, but it does not need an adapter. But yeah, they look like this. These pieces can come out here. This piece can move around to help get it positioned. And then you have this piece right here that allows it to go from this, so that connects into the side of here, into the shoulder. It's been a while since I've taken this apart and actually had it displayed with these on the shoulders, so that's why I forgot if it didn't have an adapter or not, but that's what that's for. So that piece again moves down and you're able to do that. So we'll take the other one off here so I can continue to show the Razor. So the Razor has these pieces that come out on the sides here. Pretty awesome little detail for a small kit like this. And it also pulls open like that, which, another feature, before we go ahead and do that, it does come with the little landing gear pieces. So these itty bitty little guys are right there. So I'm taking them off so that I can do it in the next position. Okay, because the Razor here does connect into the back of the Gundam itself. It's actually one of the easier transformations. One I'm not afraid to do with the real grade, because at this point in real grades they're starting to get better and better and better in a lot of ways. So these newer real grades, or not newer, but newer than number 1, which was the RX-78-2, definitely massive changes to that stuff. So on this you get two of the swords on each side here, which I don't think that's supposed to come off, but because, like I said, they're not perfect. They're definitely not new Gundam perfect or anything like that. Well, that's not really perfect either. I will get to that later. So these come off because those are the gun sword thingies. I forget what they're technically called, even though I've watched the anime. I'm a dumbass, but gun sword thingies. I think they're technically supposed to go like that. So pew pew. Also, that's where these effect parts right here go on. So I might as well show those off. There you go. So just to keep that in view for a few more minutes while I show the rest of this kit off. So now that we got those removed, we'll start with the weapon over here because this will eventually have to come off. So I find it easier just to pull the whole arm piece off to remove it, and then of course replace the hand as needed. So I'll show this piece off because it's still accessories. So this piece can go in and out like that. As you saw, this piece can kind of clip down onto the arm itself. There's the hand. Looks pretty good. And this is stickered and panel lined. So alright, let's get into the 00 himself here. Let's do it. So we'll start with the articulation on this kit right here. So quick glimpse if you just want to see what it looks like. Chillin'. Boom boom. So here we have movement in the feet. So this top part does move up and down. It does fall off from time to time because again, not perfect yet, but they're much better in designs than a lot of the others. This foot goes up, down, and it can actually go side to side a little bit. And then there's a little joint up in here that allows that to get a little bit more movement. Next we have the knee joint. Let's see what this thing can do. Boop boop boof. He can do a pretty good little back kick bend kind of thing. And then of course front kick, back kick, side kick. Pretty good on that articulation. These little hip joints also move around for it. I don't know if there's a piece that's supposed to go in there, but I know on the master grade and then the perfect grade slides up, while the master grade has a cover, which I don't know where those are. So when I do that review, they're probably not going to be anywhere because again, my early organization skills are bad, and even my current ones are still bad because I don't know how to organize, I guess. So I'm glad I have most of the stuff in this though. So let's continue. So this piece right here, he does got a decent little ab crunch. On the back side, before we move further up, you have these beam sabers here, which can come off. They can adjust, things like that. Next, you're going to have the arms. We'll do the arms. Of course, there's a ball joint in here that allows that to move. There's 2 points of movement in here. You can do that on this side as well. The arm does go... Yeah, I believe that's as far as the arm can actually bend. Yep. That's good you're going to get for the 00. Not the greatest arm articulation whatsoever, but yeah. Next we'll push these a little bit out of the way, just so we can show the shoulders. The shoulders can go all the way around. These are in the way. Like, these are literally the only thing stopping it from spinning. He can do, and again, in the way. The only piece is literally in the way. He can do a pretty good little arm up. Make a T-pose. And these do clip in so they can come off. It's really nice for the 00 because these kind of help them stay. Because in most real grades, these pieces clip on and off the shoulder. Let's see if I can get one off real quick. Yeah, they just kind of do that. And they do that in a lot of the earlier real grades, so they kind of suck. But the shoulders, like the actual condensers, help out with that a bunch on this kit. So for the actual, there's no opening. There is an opening cockpit, but it's very frustrating to get open, so I'm not going to fuck with it. The head does a nice little spin. Up and down, wiggle wiggle. As he's shown, these do move, so you can do cool little things like that. Off to the side. They are on a backpack, so they do have some swivel on them. The condensers do come out, but not very effectively. They're a bit of a pain to get out, so I don't mess with them, but you can replace them with these pieces here. Again, they're kind of a pain to get in and out. Plus, I don't know why you'd want them out anyway. I mean, I guess if you really, really, really wanted it like that, you can, but personally, I don't. So, that's going to be the 00 kit right there. One last piece on the back here. This is the piece where the razor connects into, and it has a little flap. Which mine, I don't know why it was down, even though the razor was never in it. It's been a while since I put the razor, but there you go. And just to show, boof, 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 and then we're going to grab that razor right here. Just to kind of show that it does connect into that back piece there. As shown here, these shoulders do go boof. And then connect into Well, there is a way for it to connect. Alright, so after a little fidgeting, it does go in there, just not the greatest connection. I think I might need to do some adjustments to it, but yeah, it does technically go in there. It just goes really awkwardly in there, so I don't know how much adjustments I'm going to need, so I can't speak for that, because this kit doesn't usually get posed with the razor on it. But you do have options to put, like, the swords, anything you want on these little clips here. So, yeah, that's the 00 right there. Alright, that's going to be the end of this review right here for the Real Grade 00 razor. Words. Anyway, without any hesitation, let's go ahead and get into that rating system that I have. So for the posability and articulation, I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10. It does have some flaws in the arms, but for the most part, as bulky as this kit is, it can do some pretty crazy poses. I only did a couple because, you know, I'm not the best with posing myself. I'm more of a build it, put it on my shelf kind of person. And with however many kits I have, I'm reaching about 150 now. There's not a whole lot of room for kits to be posed in crazy cool poses for me. Only those that I really deem necessary. So that's going to be an 8 out of 10. The appearance on the shelf, him just standing there, it's with a bunch of real grades, and they all just look so fantastic. There's some that aren't as fantastic as others, but this one I'm going to have to give it a 10 out of 10. Now when it comes to the overall build, this kit comes with a lot in the box, so you get a lot to build on a lot of things, but there's some things that could have been done better. Like, it's still using that inner frame from the Real Grade line that we have mentioned multiple times in my videos, and so with all that being said, I'm going to have to give this a 7 out of 10. It's not the worst Real Grade, it's not the best, but it's still, it's good enough to go buy one, get you one. If you can get one for a decent price, go ahead and pick one up. Now for the durability and playability, I wouldn't play with this kit very much. Things fall off and things like that. Now if it's just the 00 itself, you can play with that. Nothing will really fall off. But once you start adding the razor to it, shit just falls off all day long. Like if you want both together, it's just gonna fall apart. I had so many takes and so many moments in the video that I'm gonna be cutting out that I had to go back and put something together because it fell apart, and then trying to get it in a pose took a little while for that. Now, the only reason I give the posability and articulation a decent rating was because it still looks great in that pose. That's what that's all about. So that's going to be a 7 out of 10 for this one. It's not the greatest, but it's not absolutely bad, where if you even look at the kit, it's going to fall apart, or even touch it, it's going to fall apart. You got to mess with it for it to start falling apart, so it doesn't have that play. Anyway, though, that's going to be it for my review on the Real Grade 00. If you're liking these videos and you want to continue watching my content, hopefully these are helping people out with purchasing their Gunpla, because I'm not sponsored. I don't care. I'm going to tell you like it is. If the kit sucks, it sucks. So be it. So, slash that subscribe button if you want to. Definitely helps out. Definitely helps me out with future giveaways and things that I'm planning. So, yeah, go ahead and do the things. Those of you that have, thank you. And until the next video, I'm out.